The relevance of my research really is exploratory. So I was trying to understand the implications of the increased commercialization of aged care that I perceive around me. And this has really detrimental effect on members of society, specifically those that are poorer, those that live rurally, and also those that have special needs like dementia. So it's in that space that I see the value of my study lie. It's critiquing the impact that neoliberalist policies have on aged care, and just trying to make sense of trying to make sense of the commercialization. Is it good? Is it bad? Is it beneficial? Who's benefiting and who's copying it, really? There was one major surprise, which caused me to actually stop my PhD, take a segue and go down that track, which is the sense of despair that I encountered in my conversations with my participants. All my participants were senior leaders, senior managers of social purpose businesses, and they were despairing of the organisations and the place in the market that they have. Pretty much all of them said they're not going to last the distance in the next 5 to 10 years, which to me was quite an alarming outcome, which I then critiqued further to see what lies behind those expressions. I am currently working as a health promoter and a rehabilitation advisor for the Department of Corrections, which a lot of the prisoners and the other offenders in the community are elderly. So it'd be interesting to see, as an institution, whether the Department of Corrections, the whole corrective institution, to what extent that caters for elderly inmates. Also for our staff members, which I'm primarily focusing on, is the well-being of staff. The ageing population does have an impact on the carers and in the prison services. So I intend to take my research there. On a practical level, I was working full-time while I was doing my studies. It's a lonely journey doing a PhD while working full-time, and I had to take several time off, unpaid, to pursue my studies, and the Hope Foundation contribution helped me immensely there. I was able to take a few weeks off to really focusing, especially when it came to the writing up part of my thesis, and without that I wouldn't have been able to do it. So I'm entirely grateful to what the Hope Foundation allowed me to do there. On a more deeper level, I suppose, without their support I wouldn't have been able to do the PhD, and during that I had to kind of look at, what do I believe? I've got my views on things, as all of us do, but trying to then kind of delve a bit deeper. Why do I have it? What's that belief anchored in? So on a deeper level, the Hope Foundation enabled that as well, which is me just taking stock, reflecting on my life, reflecting on my beliefs, my values, and also then put me on the pathway that I'm at now, as how do I contribute, how do I use my skills and my knowledge that I've been able to generate through this study to better New Zealand society, and that in some way the Hope Foundation has a stake in.